What up, motherfuckers? I'm back at it with Haunt Talks. We're here today with Zion and Dave, the creators of Twisted Mind Productions, and we're here inside their haunt. Actually, they were so nice enough to let me walk around through here, scare me a little bit, get a little preview of the preview that they're gonna have coming to you. I believe the 21st, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the 21st.
It's a secret preview.
That's
only
secret.
for friends.
Only.
But you can see it at Midsummer Scream.
There we go.
That's that. So.
There we go. So besides all that, how you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Doing pretty good. It's been really hot lately, so we've just been trying to work our best in the heat.
Exactly, and there's like nothing like in here to help you guys out. Just like all these walls and cloth, just make it even worse. I'm sorry.
Yeah, haunts get hot.
I feel like that's why it's gone up so fast, though. Because we're all just like, it's so hot.
Yeah, we just need to get this off.
Like, I want to go outside.
Yeah.
I mean, we have like fans mounted to the ceiling, but they don't do much.
Yeah, no, it's only so much.
Yeah.
That's true, that's true. So you guys like pretty excited about everything going on? As I'm not mistaken, this is your first ever non-home haunt. This is like actually something that you invested into this property, and you're doing all this stuff like with your paperwork and everything like that. This is your very first time doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking excited. How are you guys feeling?
Stressed.
Stressed?
It makes me miss home haunting.
Okay.
I have a lot of friends that are still doing home haunts, like a lot of friends that do home haunts, and I'm like, just take advantage of it. Like, honestly, because like this is so cool because you have unlimited space and you can do whatever you want, but it gets like crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's just all the rules to it is so specific, and it makes sense why there's all the rules. You know? It's for good.
Yeah, it's all the safety for like other people and everything like that. Yeah.
But it can really be a kicker when like it goes completely against what you're doing in your haunt.
It's kind of a gamble. It's kind of all or nothing, you know. Because once you have the city like on you, like they know of you. So it's like you can never come back from that. You know, it's kind of stressful.
I get you. You feel like there's like a whole like people watching like a hawk. I mean, never go. Damn, that's crazy. But
it comes with the plus side. At least it makes your environment so much better to work.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
So
you don't gotta worry about neighbors and stuff.
We
like
gotta
that.
worry about neighbors.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
There's an apartment. Actually, before this, there used to be a Spanish church here.
Yeah.
And they used to have like really loud, terrible music.
Nice.
And the neighbors would complain about it so much. So that's why I was nervous about doing it here. So that's why all the windows are blacked out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard how loud it was in here.
Yeah.
We have
shit.
You have fabric on the windows.
Fabric
keep it
on the windows.
Insulated. Keep it direct. Because the neighbors have kicked haunts out before. They kicked Delusion out of that church.
Really?
A couple years ago. Yeah.
Damn.
That's why I think that's why they stopped. It's because the neighbors kicked them out and they lost their fun. I don't know. Something
You would think that they would kind of want something close by their house that they can kind of like it's kind of like people who live next to Disneyland. They're all excited about it. It's like, yo, I live next to fucking Disneyland. But maybe they're not like the Halloween type. Yeah. It's true. It's like them damn devil worshippers at it again.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I'm sure some of the people who lived up next to Disneyland don't even like that.
I know, right?
They're just like tired of hearing the music.
The fireworks going off and everything like that. I heard that's a lot of times a lot of drive-bys happen and stuff like that. And up in Anaheim, I don't know if that's true.
No, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I had a friend that lived by Disneyland. He said the fireworks from their house.
Damn, that's scary right there.
Yeah, that's freaky.
Everyone's listening to fucking Frozen, and meanwhile your homie's getting shot at. Yeah. Damn, dude. So okay, as creators and everything like that, when you guys are doing your home haunts, are you guys like really active inside the haunt as well? Are you also scaring people? Or are you just kind of like managing out everything else?
Well, last year, I was in the maze and the final portion of it, I was in there scaring, and Zion was managing.
Okay.
But this year for Midsummer, for this maze, we're not going to be in the maze. We're going to be running around like chickens with our heads cut off, managing
Making sure everything's okay.
Yeah, but I mean, if on the rare occasion that we do have some downtime, we do want to like get in there and do a few scares every now and then, like at Midsummer.
Cool. Yeah. You know, because you guys created this, you want to be part of it and everything like that.
I mean, I worked as a scare actor for a long time. I worked with Evil Twin Studios. I worked with O.P.G. Haunt. And I did... What else did I do? Have I done more than that? I feel like I've done more than that.
You mostly just did it with O.P.G.
Yeah, I did O.P.G. and Evil Twin. And I was a slider for O.P.G. and then I worked at Midsummer Scream.
Okay.
And so I feel like working as a scare actor, it's made me want to design mazes for the scare actors. So it's, I don't know, because like it gets so stressful and so tiring.
Yeah.
Like it's so fun, but it's like, it gets intense. So I want to design like a maze that's like, that a scare actor can really play with and have a lot of fun with, you know.
Exactly.
So-
Were you at Knott's this last year?
Yeah, I was.
So you know how Dark Ride, they have, in that final scene, they have like, it's like a big scare actor playground. They don't give them just one stationary spot to scare at. They like roam around and have fun with it. We sort of took inspiration with that. So we have like a bunch of scare spots, but sometimes we won't have as many scare actors as we do scare spots. So the scare spots in the maze are going to change up between actors. So like if you go through once, you'll get scared in these places, but like if you come through again later, you'll get scared in like these different places. So we have a lot of scare spots, and our actors will sort of change up through them.
Okay.
That's something that we've always done, though.
Yeah.
Even with clowns, there was like so many scare spots. Like there's like so many spots, and it got to a point where we're just throwing people in clown outfits and just like
Just get up in there.
Yeah. And it was awesome because every guest would come out and want to do it again.
Yeah.
And then they'd want to do it a second time and then realize like it was completely different, so they wanted to do a third flight. And people were coming through like multiple times.
Full on circle.
Because it was different every time.
Yeah, that's the thing about like big theme park mazes, is that like when you go through them a certain number of times, you know everything that's going to happen, and so that element of like suspense and that real fear that just like dies really quickly once you do it enough times.
Yeah.
But with something like this, when you don't exactly know which scare spots you're going to get, because it could be in any random order, it still has that like element of fear to it. Like you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's crazy.
In this maze, all the spots are usually on one side. I'm not going to say what side, but they're on one side of you.
Yeah.
And that's because all of the spots are linked together. So then the actors can just move through it.
Kind of like mess around with people.
Yeah,
follow
totally.
them.
Yeah. It's just You never want to scare right in front of someone. Because then they'll push you out of the way.
Yeah.
But like, you have to like design the maze with like misdirection, do all that. So that's always fun.
That's cool. Like, so after managing it, like, do you still feel like you miss kind of like scare acting still, or you prefer managing?
I'm picky about like scare acting.
Okay.
Because I feel like I go through mazes and I'm like, I wouldn't want to work in this maze, or I wouldn't want to work in this maze. And I think that if I ever did scare acting again, I'd probably do streets at Knott's.
Okay, so just kind of like you have all that open range and everything like that?
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to like enjoy building them. And then when it comes to me having to make money, I'll probably try to get into Knott's for scaring again. Probably get
There we go.
I don't want to ruin any.
And so with you, have you done scare acting before or no?
Yes, I've had my fair share of scare acting for a while. Even I got to go with. He went by Snowball. That was his haunt name in Carnival at Scary Farm.
Okay.
And I got to like sort of scare for a few nights. It was kind of cool.
Okay, nice.
So that was my first like real introduction with scaring, but I've done I've done Opeachy with Zion before, and last year I did this Twisted Minds. I was in the maze, and I love sliding. I personally like to think that I'm pretty good at it.
Okay, dope.
So at Midsummer, I'm probably gonna bring my sliding gear, and if we have any mega downtime, I'm just gonna like slide around.
Oh, there's no sliding allowed at Midsummer.
No, damn it.
Yeah, I just got the whole info packet. I got a picture of the layout. Not allowed to show anyone, but it is massive. It is huge. So it's like...
So no sliders except Decay Brigade?
Yeah, only Decay Brigade.
Oh no.
I think it's because of the floors.
Probably.
But last year at Midsummer, I will say this. It's like you had the sliders in the middle and the mazes were all around it.
Yeah.
Now it's like the sliders are in the middle and it's like maze on this side, maze on that side, maze here, maze there, maze there. Just like there's at least 4 rows of mazes.
Yeah, they're kind of like building up a little bit now this year.
It's huge.
And I think this is the year that they said that you don't have a specific area to work with. Like you can make it as big or small as you want. So a lot of the haunts are going a lot bigger this year.
Yeah, the very first year was 30 by 30 feet, and there's less haunts. And then the next year they invited more, and it was 20 by 20. And now it was so big, I'm pretty sure they're like having trouble filling the space. I think they're bringing in all these haunts and making it huge and massive. And you could build as big as you want. I think Spooky Hollows is their awesome.
Which I know.
He knows some
my mom is a friend of I forgot her name, one of the heads of Spooky Hollow.
Nice.
Apparently they went to like high school together or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So we're gonna be in contact with them a lot. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Just check them out at Midsummer because
They're gonna be great.
They're big.
Definitely.
They have a big. What they're doing.
So now that you brought up your mother, here's one question a lot of people might be wondering. Like, what do your parents think about this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like, are your parents, like, pretty excited for you guys? Or, like, were they, like, weirded out a little bit? Like, oh.
My mom loves it. She's been going to Haunt since, like, the early 80s.
Hey, okay, dope.
Yeah, so she's way into Haunt. And she's been going, like, most years to Scary Farm. Not really Horror Nights as much. She's been a few times. But she primarily goes to Scary Farm. So when I was, like, a little preteen, she took me to Scary Farm, and I really loved it, and I saw them sliding, and that night, I, like, went searching for, like, sliding gear and stuff because I wanted to start it. So she's the one who even got me into Haunt in the first place. So she's, like, super supportive and excited about it. My dad is, like, sort of meh. He's not really
not really into
it.
Halloween and stuff?
Yeah, it's not his favorite holiday.
Okay, I
But
get you.
my mom is, like, full-on support, like, right behind me on this.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good, Tom.
Okay, so for me it's kind of weird because I used to be scared of like everything.
Okay.
So going even farther back, my grandpa used to build. Did you see Haunters, the movie?
Yes.
Do you know Campus Life? Mm-hmm. My grandpa didn't build for Campus Life, but he built for like a church, and it was around that same time.
Oh, okay, when like all those churches were doing
Yeah.
that.
So he built like back in like the 60s.
Nice.
So he was building haunts at his church, and then my dad got interested in that, building haunts.
Okay.
And he used to build haunts when he was younger, and then he kind of stopped, had me. I used to be terrified of all of this, and then one day, I don't know, something switched, and I got all interested in watching walkthrough videos on YouTube. And I was like, I love haunt, and I was talking about it all the time, and he was like, you've never even been, like, let's go. Like, if you're all like, if you love it so much, let's go. And I was like, oh no. And he was like, yeah, let's go. So we go to Four Nights one year, fall in love with it forever.
That was 2013, right?
Yeah, 2013, first year.
Wow.
Love Four Nights. And then...
They had Black Sabbath, Alice. Did they have Alice?
No, they had Black Sabbath, Evil Dead. They'd always...
Oh yeah.
All these great mages.
Evil Dead
and
was
then
good.
From then on, I was begging my dad, can I build a haunted house, please? And he was like, no, it's going to be a liability. People sue like crazy nowadays. And so then finally one year I did a private haunt. I started building haunts. And then since then I'm completely engulfed in it. So my mom hates it. She doesn't hate it. She doesn't like haunted houses. She doesn't like getting scared.
Oh, okay.
But she likes to see what I'm doing. She thinks it's cool.
She's supportive.
Likes to help. Yeah, she's
That's
supportive
good.
of it.
That's really good.
She hates going through it. There's 2 haunted houses I built that she never went through.
Really?
She never, even during the day, she never went through them. But I started forcing her into them. My dad, he likes it because he used to do it. But he always he likes to see how they are now compared to when he used to build it.
Yeah.
Because when he used to build it, they used to build it like simpler. So he likes to see. He likes it more because he likes to see the industry from like the inside.
Yeah.
Through me. But he's definitely the one that's on my ass about budgeting, money, and yeah, he overlooks a lot of spending.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. At least they're helping. You know what I mean? At least they're supportive.
Yeah, they're very supportive of
They're not being like, oh, you guys are like the devil and stuff.
That's
like
my
that.
grandparents.
That's your grandparents?
Oh yeah, my grandparents for years could see the haunt from their window, and so every time I go into the house, they'd lecture me about. You need to know the difference between Halloween and real satanic things.
There we go.
And so then this year I was like, I'm gonna do a Satan haunt. Let's get demons in here.
And then
Take
we're
that,
here.
grandparents.
Yeah, pretty much.
There we
And
go.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I've gotten some really weird responses to doing this theme in a church.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about, like, I don't know if you guys want to bring it up, but like this theme alone, where did this idea come
Do you
from?
want me to say my real experiences behind it?
Whatever you
by
guys
all
are comfortable with.
Okay. Yeah. So last year, some like really crazy stuff happened with my family, connected to a church. I don't want to say anything because it's like really intense shit. But I don't want to sound crazy or anything. But there's a church somewhere in LA that has like an evil force attached to it, and any pastor or person that's ever worked there, something terrible happens to them. So this entity started attacking my family in specific, and it was really, really scary. It was really intense. I can talk about that off camera.
No,
but like,
cool.
it's like some really intense shit was happening, and so we were gonna do like an old western theme.
Yeah.
At first, but then I started.
I'll talk about that in a second because I do want to talk about that.
Yeah, but then some like really crazy shit started happening, and we started talking about the haunt more, and I was like, what if we did like a demon exorcism theme, just as like a mini haunt for like Scare Lay or something, and then pretty soon we fell in love with the idea so much that it turned into the full-sized haunt.
Full-size idea.
Yeah, but it was definitely motivated.
Do you want to talk about like the what the theme is based on?
Yeah, but it's based on a real story, but it is motivated from like real life. Because it's like I know this shit is real.
Yeah.
And I've seen it and I've dealt with it, so I kind of I see this haunt as like a big, like, fuck you demons, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's how I see it.
Most people bless their house, you make a haunt out of it. That's some unique shit right there. That's more power to you, dude.
So we called our haunt Annalise because it's based on the real story of Annalise Michael. She was a teenager about our age, 16, 17, in Germany. When she was 16, she started acting really strange with her family, and it eventually got to the point where they realized, she must be possessed.
Well, it was kind of like they were bringing people in.
Yeah.
So the priests were saying, this is a demon, and then the doctor was saying, this girl's having seizures.
Yeah.
But then there was also like weird things where like they were prescribing her meds, but she kept having episodes. She was on like the strongest meds, but she was still having these like epileptic type episodes.
Yeah.
But like the meds weren't doing anything, and pretty soon she was like refusing to eat and take them. So it was kind of like beyond that. So like it was kind of like a science religion kind of fight over
and so eventually they got an exorcism on her, and it killed her. She died in the process of the exorcism.
Oh my god.
And about, I don't know how long ago it was, but apparently just recently her old house burned down, just burned to the ground.
because people were going into her house was abandoned.
Yeah.
And people were going in there and doing like rituals and really fucked up shit like that.
And something caused it to burn down. And it's like really creepy. I don't know if this is fake or not, but in the photo they have of her house burning down, you can sort of make out like a dark figure standing in the window. There's no like curtains or anything, just like this tall figure in the window. So someone thinks that, ooh, maybe it's the ghost of Annalise Michael. So
The other thing is they were like looking at the like scene of like all the rubble, and they found a grave light, like that they like it's the same instrument they use for burning bodies. When they cremate them, they found it inside the house. So it was somehow connected, because there's a cemetery nearby too, or like a mortuary. So they found out that it belonged to them, and somehow that was what caused the fire.
That's
So
weird.
it's probably some weird ritual.
Yeah,
So
gone wrong.
stuff,
Yeah.
yeah, so all of this is good, our inspiration for the maze, this entire experience. What we have like right here is just a portion of our full-size Halloween haunt. Of course, this is just for Midsummer, but we have a full-size haunt that's running all the way through every part of the church.
Hopefully. That's the dream.
We have a lot of really cool scenes planned and like clever, elaborate ways of sort of demonstrating what happened to her.
Yeah.
This maze is kind of just the beginning. So you come in, she's possessed, all the religious items are destroyed, crazy stuff like that. But
I noticed like some of the pictures on the wall and everything like that.
she push them out in the maze, her knuckles are gonna be all bloody. But then in the full-size haunt, you're gonna see the rest of the story, all the way up to hopefully the house burning down.
We're gonna see if we can do that.
Something like that.
If everything works out, that's an ideal scene.
Yeah.
But,
There we go. That's really
And
really
I think
intense.
I think Hugh found out about Annalise Michael because it was on a BuzzFeed Unsolved video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Because
Thank you,
originally,
BuzzFeed.
originally I just thought like, oh, it'd be a cool scene in a maze to have like a hallway with all these like religious items just turned upside down.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that entire story would work as a maze, you know?
That'd be so funny, just like at Midsummer. Oh, excuse me, what inspired your haunt? BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From $1 hot dogs to $100 hot dogs,
Is it
all the
worth
way
it?
to fucking dude, that's an intense story right there, dude. That's like
$10 haunt versus $1,000 haunt.
there we
Worth it.
go, worth it.
So worth it.
Honestly, I think a $10 haunt would be more scary because it's like what's holding up these walls.
Blackout.
There we go, blackout.
Blackout is all just trash bags. And
Exactly, and they're not even that expensive. Like honestly, like shit. Like, what,
That's
like-
probably like a $500 per. No, actually, it's probably more because they do some crazy shit.
Alright, now that we're on this topic, I've been talking a lot about extreme haunts on my channel lately. I know you guys are underage, but would you ever, once you guys hit 18,
Do an extreme haunt?
do an extreme haunt, like as a guest?
Shit, I got cockroaches here. You want to go
I
get
know,
some?
right? Start chewing on those guys right now, man.
I definitely want to do 17th Door soon, and I know that's more of an extreme haunt. I don't know. I guess the most extreme haunt I would ever subject myself to is, I don't know. I think I'd try Blackout.
You think you would?
I would try it at some point in my life. I would try Blackout. That's probably it though. You know, I'm never going to do McCamey Manor.
Oh hell no. That shit
No
is
matter what
crazy.
anyone says, no matter how nice of a person Russ McCamey is,
He's a sweetheart, but
he's
no,
very,
fuck his
he's
place,
very
dude.
nice.
Like,
But nah,
That's
I would never. I would do Blackout at some point in my life.
yeah.
Maybe when my life is in perfect harmony, so I don't get traumatized.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess I want to do a 17th Door soon.
Okay.
So that's, I guess, the next rung up for me.
That's good. That's a good way to start, honestly, because like 17 Door, they're extreme, but I feel like Blackout. 17 Door,
no.
you'll just get your clothes dirty. Maybe you might smell like fish or something like
Get
that.
tased.
You
At
get
least
tased a
17th
little bit.
Door is in good taste, you know?
Yeah, it's somewhat kind of like funny because
You know,
you're with
have
a group.
Yeah, you have a story too.
Exactly.
I feel like they're not just shocking you for a reason. They're putting
Just
into
like,
a story. Everything
you
that's
know.
there is there for a reason, you know?
It's just not pure sadism. It's like
Yeah, because Russ is his whole thing is just push people to their limit.
Yeah, there's like no
just
story
do
at all
whatever
behind
I
it.
can just
Yeah.
to. No, I mean some of his sets are good. Like he can decorate a set, but no one sees them.
Yeah.
Because everyone just has blood and puke in their face. So
Would you-
it's like, okay, for me, I feel like there's enough like really extreme, scary stuff that happens in my life that I don't need a haunt.
You don't
I
need to
need
like
a
wait
haunt
in
to do
line
it.
or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like it's kind of like I'm trying to think of like how to say this. Like I go to haunts to have fun.
Yeah.
Like you go through a haunt, you get scared, you have fun. It's like I escape reality in a haunt. You know, that's why I love it. You know, but I don't want to go to a haunt and then like come home and like hold myself in the shower and be like,
Oh yeah,
why am I alive? Wait.
That's
He's like,
didn't
you
you say
know,
like that's how you felt after Reign of Terror? Like we went together and afterwards we were in a restaurant and he was like
yeah.
he was like
'Cause that was
silent.
my first time doing Reign of Terror, and I was like, that was incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to be like, that haunt was amazing, and another thing to be like, why am I alive? Like,
Yeah.
this haunt has given me reasons to
I
kill
remember
myself.
after Reign of Terror we were in the restaurant and you were just like sitting there looking at your plate and I was like,
Yeah, I was
you
just
good, bro?
sitting
And
there,
you're
like,
like,
I was like, that was awesome. I'm sitting there just like that was so incredible, and my friend's dad is over there like, you guys want bottomless fries? You guys are like,
Sure,
I'm hungry. Just, like stuffing is so. It was a fun day, but I feel like I really like 17th Door. I love what they do. Oh my god, I want to go so bad, but I can't do shocking.
Yeah.
And it's not even like it's like I'm scared of it. I like can't do it because because
like-
I have like physical things.
It's like an actual like
Yeah,
medical
like, I
thing
can't
kind
do it,
of,
so I
yeah.
feel
even
like-
at like Midsummer, the Terror Truck, like
Yeah, I
that was
couldn't-
the scariest maze there.
Yeah, no,
and
I
like
can't do that.
I got out and Zion was like, what was it like? And I said they shock you. And the first thing is
And I was like,
nope.
no, I can't do
Nope.
it. Like I do any haunt, but I just can't do shocking. Like it's just something that physically I can't.
Have you guys done the
Health
Alone
things.
experience over at Midsummer Scream that they had their first year?
I saw people walking around with paper on them, and I was like, that's
Yeah.
kinda-
Oh, that was last year. I'm talking about the year before that.
I didn't go there before.
Oh, you didn't go the year
I was
before,
at Scare
okay.
LA.
I get you.
Then,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the year before they made you kind of walk around the whole like Pike along like near Pike area and like Shoreline Village. looking for clues, and like they had your face painted, people looking at you all weird.
Oh, that's cool.
And they blindfold you, right? Like if you go to a certain actor, they just start blindfolding right in public, and people just staring at you. It's all like, shit, man.
Yeah, they had a...
It's extreme.
Last year, 2 years ago at Scare LA, they had, I don't know if it was a loan or blackout, but it was a sensory deprivation thing. So they had plastic bags around people's hands,
Yeah, that was a long. Yeah.
earmuffs on, and the hands were blindfolded, and someone was just guiding them around the convention, just going on, and then pretty soon they just leave them somewhere.
Yeah.
So you just be walking around, and you see the people with like plastic bags on their hands, blindfolded, earmuffs in, they just be standing there, and they kind of like take it off and be like, oh, it's over. Like, what the heck, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like just those artsy kind of haunts are kind of weird. I like just classic haunts, theatrical haunts. I kind of want to like sit down. I want to go see 17th Door lights on. I want to try to like get in touch with them, hopefully, and be like, yo, like I want to see your stuff, go through it without the shocking.
And you know,
things.
we've tried to incorporate elements of extreme haunts before. And in Clowns, we had the system where we, if you wanted, gave them a glow stick necklace, and that told the actors, you know, go a little rougher.
They could be touched.
They could be touched.
And this was a home haunt part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that means that they could like be touched.
Yeah. I don't want to use the word extreme.
No, not
I
extreme.
feel like when
just like
if you put extreme on a haunt,
mildly
people are
rough.
expecting extreme. So if they go through, if it says extreme and it's not extreme, then they'll be mad. You know, it's kind of a risky word, and then you know your insurance goes through the roof.
So you just say like the more intense.
It's just like a more it's a more intense version.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
We had this cool scene where you crawled in. There's multiple parts where you crawled. Because I don't know, I like crawling in.
But yeah, we had a lot of crawling in Clowns.
No one's ever expecting that.
There's one point where you're crawling and there's walls on both sides about 4 feet up, and then you're crawling through, and then they shut a door behind you, and there's a door in front of you. So you're just in this little like 4x4 box with your group, and you're kind of like, what the heck, you know? And then 2 doors open on top of the roof, and then you look up and there's a clown looking in, and he's like, hello!
And
then we dumped ball pit balls.
We dumped just like trash cans full of ball pit balls down on them.
Yeah.
To like sort of fill it up.
There we go.
Yeah, and then the door would open and they'd come out.
The door would open, all the balls would drain out, and we'd collect it in a trash bin on the other side of the room.
Because the home was on a slope, so it was like a thing would lift up and it all just
kind of fall right through.
Yeah, it was
pretty smart right there, dude.
That's something cool we did.
We like having some sort of sensory like thing in the haunt, so it's not just like what you see and hear, but like you can be somewhat more immersed.
Yeah,
I get
the haunt that I really want to do it. I get really mad because I'm not 18, because there's so many haunts that like I know I could handle because I've done worse, but that are 18 plus. I want to do Murder Co. so bad.
Murder Co.
Yes,
I love John
want to
Co.
do Murder Co.
I love Murder Co. It looks so cool. I'm hoping to run into John Cook sometime and be like,
John Cook is like
come on, dude, just let him.
He's a god, you know. And his mazes are just so incredible. You know, Shadowlands is like one of my favorite mazes of all time.
Yeah.
Dark Ride was great.
Dark Ride was fucking awesome.
Didn't he do Tooth Fairy?
No, I don't think so.
No.
He did the new Trick or Treat.
The new Trick or Treat was great.
He did
Pumpkin Eater.
He did
Pumpkin
No,
Eater.
no, that wasn't.
No?
No.
Oh, okay, no.
That
he
was
didn't
that
do
old
Pumpkin Eater.
dude. Sorry, that was me.
That's the other guy.
Yeah.
I know he
Apologies
used
to the Knots
do-
creative team.
I know, right?
Sorry.
I know he used to do design for, I don't know if you guys remember this back, probably like in 2013, Lockdown. It was like an old...
I remember that.
Where Tooth Fairy stands now, there used to be a prison maze there. So it was all designed. I remember my first time going through there, I was looking at the walls and I was seeing Winds of Plagues t-shirts. And I was like, oh, I heard something about the singer works here, or something like that. And I was like, yeah. And then he messaged me about that, saying that like, no, he just did design. And I fangirled like crazy. I mentioned it. I was like with my girlfriend, and I was more in love with him than her on that day. It was amazing.
Putting Easter eggs in haunts are so fun.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's
like,
so fun because no one
in
sees
Infected,
that.
in Infected, they had like a billboard with the Paranormal Inc. company, and then they also had the Decayed Brigade logo on one of the walls.
They have a fair share of it. I want to fit more Easter eggs. I want to have it. There's a few haunts that we're really close with that are young haunters in LA. There's Ben from Rose Hill. There's Aurora and Kyle from Murder House Productions, and Sam from OP2.
Sam from OP2.
We're a very like close.
That's good. That's really good. Yeah.
So I'm trying to I want to try to find a Easter egg somewhere in there for them.
You know, I hear this year Tooth Fairy is out of here.
Really?
That's what I hear.
Thank God.
It's been like 7 years.
Yeah,
Damn.
I liked it. Well, it's gross. It's a gross name.
No, it's been like 5 years, but it's been there for a really long time. I like it. I have nothing against it. Does that?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been flickering on and off. Is that how you
that's
program
just the
it?
light
Yeah, it's on the
bulb.
program.
Oh, okay, there we go.
It's programmed like that.
Yeah, I hear Tooth Fairy's out of here, along with what else was
Voodoo's
leaving?
gone. Voodoo's gone.
Voodoo's gone. I know Voodoo's gonna be gone. They might
That's
bring
good.
back Lights Out.
My theory is that they're moving Dark Ride into the building where Tooth Fairy was. Because I saw somewhere, don't quote me on this, that they're putting up like a full-size Castle of Chaos facade where Tooth Fairy was. So my guess is they're probably going to move Dark Ride in there permanently.
Yeah.
Because they can't have that. This place where Dark Ride was, that's not a permanent location. They have to pack up in and out there. So they're probably going to move Dark Ride in permanently and it's going to be here for like 5-10 years.
I hear Red Barn is going.
Oh,
That's
that
good. I
sucks.
never liked Red Barn.
You didn't like Red Barn?
I didn't like it either.
I love anything that has to do with like Texas
It
Chainsaw related.
reminded me of like the first mazes I built. So I was
Oh,
like, this
okay, I
is
get
like
you. Well,
this is
as a
weird.
creator, yeah, you can see your own work.
Yeah.
something,
Yeah, I was like, because I know I made these in middle school.
There we go.
You can do better.
I saw somewhere, I don't remember where, I think Knott's posted it.
Yeah.
Or something. With like a gravedigger character.
Okay.
And something like ominous in the caption about like a gravedigger. So we sort of thought like, well, if it's a gravedigger, they might want, since they're putting like mazes in their respective scare zones now, you know, Dark Ride is in Carnival, Pumpkin Eater is in the Hollow, that they might do something with Ghost Town for that. They might put like a gravedigger character's maze like in the middle of Ghost Town
they
where
like
Red Barn is.
Yeah, they want
Nice.
they want the mazes for the scare zone, so it makes sense that they want Infected and Red Barn out of there because it doesn't fit
Exactly.
Ghost Town.
Yeah, Infected is moving somewhere else. I think they're going back to like
the Camp Snoopy area where they were at, or no?
I don't know because
don't think-
Pumpkin Eater's there now. I think they're gonna have some other space for it. I don't know. They're gonna do something,
Yeah.
or it could be leaving.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm pretty sure, like I'm almost certain that something is going where Infected is right now.
Infected was fun.
Infected was fun.
That's like the most adrenaline I think you get at
It's
Knott's,
worth
because
that
you go
long
through, you're
ass
like,
wait,
you
yeah.
get all into it, you come out like, whoa.
I was at like a Dave & Buster's a while ago, and I was talking about Haunt with my mom who was there, and the cashier's like, yo, do you guys go to Haunt? Because like, I was a scare actor, and I'm like, oh cool, and what? And he's like, the Infected maze at Knott's. I'm like, holy shit.
You just had a podcast with someone.
Exactly.
that's in
My
the-
last podcast was with my homie. He was a scare actor for Infected. He did I forgot another one he did, but he also did Voodoo. Last year he was in Voodoo. Yeah, he said he was sweating buckets, and
Voodoo is just so humid
Yeah.
and moist and sticky.
I feel
It
like
was
that's what
perfect.
makes it good though, because
know
it
how
was
they
like
did
New
it.
Orleans,
Yeah.
and it's like it's always hot. I mean, it's always hot in those like.
I'm pretty
It
sure
must have
they
had
just
like a humidifier or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was perfect though. It was perfect. You walk in and it felt like stepping out of the planet Florida. Like it like
Yep.
filled your lungs.
the
like,
planet Florida.
Did I say the planet?
You
I
said
said
the
the plane.
Oh, I thought you
it
said
said planet.
No,
It was like
stepping
oh,
out
it's
of the
its own
plane.
thing.
Stepping out of the plane, out of the airport into Florida. You know, it just like fills your lungs. Like
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
You
It's
can
how
leave
it
there
felt.
like all sticky and everything like that, man. No.
Yeah, I'm
When
glad Tooth Fairy's leaving.
Really? I'm kind of gonna miss it because I've been watching a lot of haunt walkthroughs, and I was watching like the over the years of Tooth Fairy, and I was like, dude, that shit was fucking dope.
It's so good. It's just it's been there way too long.
I get you. Let it die a hero, shit like that, or whatever.
It's like the new Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse was there for like 6 years.
Okay.
And you know they even have some Slaughterhouse props in Red Barn right now.
Yes.
I
I
recommend.
missed that one, Slaughterhouse. That one and Virus Z. That was my
Virus Z
favorite.
was
I
cool.
remember Virus.
That was. I remember watching that walkthrough as like a kid and being like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do want to see more of is like, I don't mean to sound like sort of basic, but like aesthetically pleasing mazes like Shadowlands. Like every single room in Shadowlands is so creative and visually like stunning.
Yeah.
Like all the Japanese imagery and artwork, like the lighting, the
Really
way
in
he,
detailed stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and the way he uses lighting through like the screen windows, and like just the colors of like the reds and the blues. It's just so beautiful. And like I really want to see some more mazes that. Shut up. I want to see some more mazes that like are just as scary as they are pretty. But I mean like those those mazes that are more focused on scares, that are like a lot scarier, more grimy and dirty. Those are fun too, but like I like pretty mazes.
I think the maze. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, you go.
You're never gonna
This is about you guys.
I think the maze that was really pretty. The maze that was really pretty that I liked was Dead of Winter.
Yes.
But
It was
wasn't,
pretty.
It wasn't scary.
It wasn't scary at all.
It was cool.
Okay, so
like, it wasn't
Dead of
much.
Winter, its first year, it premiered along with Paranormal. No.
I hope Paranormal Academy never leaves. Side note, I hope that maze never leaves.
That maze is so good.
I love it.
No, it premiered 2015. Paranormal premiered 2016. It premiered 2015. It was great. Everybody loved it. Like, it was beautiful. It was like one of the most popular mazes that year. It was awesome. And then in 2016, they changed it to Wendigo's Revenge. And it was, I don't know what they did, but it was bad. Like, it was still pretty, but it just felt a lot less scary. It felt a lot more thrown together. The pacing was really off. I don't know. It just felt really weird to me, and I didn't like it that much. And that probably explains why it was gone the very next year to make way for Dark Ride.
Yeah.
It was too much like a Frozen gone wrong type of maze. You know what I mean? That's all I was thinking about going. I still got scared, but I get scared easily. So it's like
I think that's what's happening to Red Barn. You know, it's been around for 2 years now. Its first year was amazing.
Yeah, second year
I
was
liked it.
whatever.
Its second year, it just felt like meh. So I think they're going to do the same thing and just like get it out of there.
I
Make
never
room for
liked
something
Red
else.
Barn.
I think what killed it last year was because they were telling us that you need to go as soon as the actors tell you to go, because there's like a whole like show scene, and if you like a few minutes late, if you're like a minute late or something like that, the whole show doesn't.
For
make
Red Barn?
Yeah, there's like a part where like you go in there and it's like the little part where they drain out the blood of the pigs, and there's a guy talking or something like that.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
I always saw like the
It's like the guy who
where they
owns
would-
the
where they would-
slaughterhouse.
Yeah, I always saw like the vat where they would put the blood of the pigs, and it would always either be empty or full with
Yeah.
blood. But I never saw them do like the draining it.
They didn't drain it. No, it was just some guy talking. He had like a monologue that he had to do at a certain time.
Oh, like a showstopper.
A showstopper thing. That's what I feel like we killed it last year, because it's like we want to enjoy it and we want to get scared, and we felt like we were too rushed to where we can't really. It's like they're just trying to get the line moving and stuff like that, and it's all like fuck, now we can't really enjoy it.
That's fair.
But hey, hopefully they replace it with something better, you know?
I mean, like, the only maze that I can think of that has, like, really good, necessary showstoppers was the maze Forevermore. That was there my first year in 2015. It was where Infected is now, in that sort of Indian area. And it was, I think, it still is my favorite maze of all time, because it was the first maze that I did that night. It was the scariest, it was the longest maze of the night. And, you know, fucking Edgar Allan Poe.
Right?
Like,
He doesn't like that.
holy shit, what better haunted house theme could you ask for? And they did it. That was, I think, John Cook, and he did it so beautifully and like awesome. He had like the raven, the telltale heart, the pendulum in the pit, the cask of Amontillado. But he had a showstopper in there that I think really worked.
That was like towards the end, right?
It was towards the very end, in the Mask of the Red Death.
Yep.
In that poem, he's talking about like colorful hallways and like all these different colors for a party, and he interpreted that as like a rave. So you had like colorful like walls and like a rave going at a party, and you're supposed to stop, and like the curtains opened up, and there was like one of the people on like the raven masks, and they did something, I don't remember what, but it was
the
really
Red
cool.
Clock, right? The club.
Yeah, it was called the Red Clock. Yeah.
Clock, yeah.
Because in the that poem, they say something about like a crimson red clock on the wall or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's like my favorite maze of all time.
That one's really good. Actually, me and my lady got married in that maze. We like before you get to
Forevermore?
Yeah, we got not like actual married. It was like a little joke thing, but like
Oh, yeah.
a monster. We just put a monster to the side. Like, yo, can you marry us? And he was like, yo, did a little sign of the cross. And he was just like, boom, and we just kept going. It was right after you leave that one room with the cockroaches that are like sitting at a table.
Yeah.
And it was like that little middle spot between after that and before you get into like this like little like asylum. It was
Oh
right
yeah, I
there.
remember that.
Yeah.
And to me, the highlight of that maze was the strobes.
Yeah.
Because they had these really slow, incredibly bright strobes, one on top, one on bottom, across the hallways, and it was really slow and like blinding bright. So you would have one flash right in front of your eyes, and then one like right below your eyes, and it like blinded you. I couldn't see a thing, and it was so freaking scary. Like seriously.
I feel like that's something we always disagree on is strobe lighting.
I think it's so scary.
You always want to put strobes everywhere. You're like, let's put a strobe here. It looks so cool with the show. I'm like, no, because I like
so scary.
I like practical lighting, like a lamp. Like if you walk into a living room, it's not gonna be a strobe light in the living room. There's gonna be a lamp in the living room. That's what's giving the light in the living room.
Strobe lighting scares the shit out of me, so I like to put it everywhere. But I do think it would work in a few places in the maze.
The bedroom.
It would work there. It would probably work in the finale too, which we're not going to reveal.
Exactly. Let's not reveal that. Let's get back right into your haunt again. There's something I did want to ask you guys. Since the story behind it is kind of like personal and as well a very fucked up story that's real in history. The person playing was it Annalise?
Mm-hmm.
Annalise, what was the last name? Michaels?
Annalise Michael.
Annalise Michael.
Michelle? Michael?
Michelle Michael. It's German.
Yeah, something like that.
Michael.
The person playing that, do you have them like kind of like, are you kind of more on top of them, like you need to like sell this part? Because this is such like an important role, like you know what I mean? Like,
Can I answer this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
go for it.
So we go to performing arts high school.
Yeah.
So we have actors, like real actresses picked
Theater
out
students.
to play. Theater students. So the main girl, she was in all of the teasers. Her name is Blanca Polini. She is like super talented.
Nice.
She's a super talented actress. So she's gonna be in the maze both days, and she's incredible. She just like totally embodies the character. Like she gets these crazy eyes. All
Really?
big
She
and
looks
wide.
like her, too.
She twitches all over. She like picks her fingers and stuff. She goes all crazy, and then she spots you, and she just goes mad. You know?
Crazy.
Yeah. Like she's just like, I don't know. She's insane. Like she's totally gonna sell the character.
That's good.
And we have a few other, two other people, with 3 people in total for Midsummer playing Annalise.
There we go.
Yeah. So we, like honestly, I think when we train the actors, I'm just gonna tell them like, you're a cat and the actors and the guests are mice and go after them. You know,
Go after them.
just like
Fuck with them. Yeah.
like you're like a predator. Like,
There we go.
And
get out of my room, kind of like.
We have Alexis too doing special effects, and we have like a lot of really cool, gnarly stuff happening to her body.
It's all self-inflicted.
Yeah, all self-inflicted stuff, which is really cool to make.
So we're gonna make them look like they haven't eaten in days. So
Okay.
cheek all
Hollowed
sunken
in
in.
cheeks. Of course, we're not actually going to make them diet or anything.
Yeah, and then
We're gonna give
busted
them
lips.
like busted lips. We're gonna give them like bruises,
black eyes, both eyes black eyes.
bruises like on their
All
arms,
on their arms, bloody knuckles. Just
and there's even a little
gnarly.
like secret thing that I'm not gonna talk about right
That's
now that
cool.
me and Alexis were talking about for one of the Annalise characters to make her like extra scary.
There we go.
There's Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
I think we have a good amount of Easter eggs actually, because we have that photo up in the hallway.
Oh, the photos. Good.
We're also gonna put the Okichi shirt in
Oh yeah, that's the shirt.
the
There
closet.
we go. Look at that. Supporting the homies and everything like that. That's dope, guys. So, okay, here's one big question. Something like, a lot of young folks get asked, especially in high school. Where do you guys see yourself, at least in the haunt business, in like 5-10 years?
I definitely want to keep going with this. I am gonna go on in sound production, so I'm always gonna have my ties to like the haunt business, and doing that. I do want to try to land at Universal Creative if I can, but I mean most of the time I'm gonna be probably doing it on my free time or as a hobby. I'm gonna work at like Scary Farm, Dark Harbor, just to keep my scare acting up. But eventually I do want to be on like the Universal Creative team or even the Knott's Creative team. That would be so much fun. And eventually like I do want to like keep going with this.
That's really good. Zion?
John Cook is like the owner of my dream job.
There we go.
Like John Cook's job is like my ideal job. Like minus the music because I'm not musically talented. But like he has like the escape room. He has his own haunt / escape room, and then he's still designing mazes and building them. But then on top of that, he's also scaring. If I could get
He's
a job,
a legend.
like the ideal job at Knott's is like building mazes during the day, scaring at night. And then off season, I don't care, I'll look at a jump juice or something, I don't care. But like,
That would fucking
like
go,
as
yeah.
long as I can look forward to like doing something like that, that's like honestly, that's my dream job.
Pulling during the day, scaring at night. Like, even if it's just not designing mazes, like, I love lighting. I love show control. I love all of that.
So something like within like the haunt showbiz type of scene.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about you guys used to do like films, like short films and stuff like that.
Yes.
Was it you or was it you too as well?
He does short films.
I'm a cinematographer.
He does film.
Anything like that coming up in your future? Anything like that? Any ideas starting around? Or you just mostly focus on just the haunt?
Honestly, like, I'm probably after high school. I'm gonna stop doing cinematography.
Okay.
Because I don't know. There's a lot of people that really like my work, but I'm kind of It's not something I really love to do.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's really fun to get out there with cameras and run around with a steady cam and stuff. But it's just like I don't want to do it in the long term.
Yeah.
Because part of it is Hollywood is just such an egotistical.
Yeah.
It's just like I have a big ego. So naturally I hate people with big egos. So it's like I know that in that field I would just like die because I'm a hypocrite. But like I would
cool,
die.
man. At least you're honest, you know?
Yeah, no, honestly, like I couldn't handle it. It's just too many people that think they're better than everyone else. And I'd be like, no, I'm the best, and then I could.
There's a whole lot of arguments
Yeah.
going on right there, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel you.
It's just not healthy for me to go into Hollywood, I think.
Yeah, at least you know where you stand. You know, that's good though. You know.
But this is a lot more fun because you get to scare people.
Exactly.
You get to be like, I'm the best, and then scare people to prove it.
That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
love bragging about the haunt and then like seeing, the people like, oh no, it's not gonna be that scary.
It's not that scary. Fuck
And then
it.
like come through and scare her like, holy fuck.
You guys ever get like those? I know they talked about it in Haunters movie. Like those people get really scared and start punching and stuff like that. You ever experienced that?
I had a
you
water
guys are
bottle
young.
thrown at me.
You had what?
A water bottle thrown at me.
While you were scaring someone?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was in like a metal shed. Popped out, banged on the wall, and then just a plastic water bottle right here. I was like, dang, okay, now. Just let the door close.
During clowns, one of the people had like the glow stick necklaces on, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab them. So I grabbed them around the arm, and they like, and just like hit my hand right off.
Yikes.
And you still gotta stay in character and shit like that. It's all like,
Halloween night, we were scaring,
Mm-hmm.
and I was wearing my Smith's caps. Mm-hmm. No gaskets on under them, no like extra padding.
Okay.
Oh my god, I killed myself. I was limping for like these muscles right here were so sore. You remember that after Halloween for at least 2 weeks I was limping. I was like, I'm never scaring ever again.
That happened to me
so
when
bad.
we went trick-or-treating the first time, like when I was in my scarecrow outfit and we first saw that. We were sliding around and as I was sliding, I landed wrong on my knees and my knee slipped and I like fell on my hip and it hurt really bad, and like that night when I got home I could barely move my leg because like I hit it that hard.
At Opeachy one year, I didn't tape my knee pads right, and I slid and it just like slid off and scraped my knee. That happens.
The dangers of sliding, man.
Opeachy was amazing last year. Seriously.
For Midsummer? Oh yeah, I worked in Midsummer.
Yeah, that's right.
I was
He was in
Edwards.
Edwards last year, yeah.
Hit my head. Yeah. That was fun. I got to scare John Murdy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping
That
we
was
can do that
awesome.
this year.
I was in this like little 4x4 box, right, just waiting in there, cause no tea sisters, but the pacing of that maze wasn't the best. The story was very fleshed out, it was very amazing, but it had like a low capacity, which it's fine, no tea, for real. It was good.
That's good.
But it had a low capacity, so I was sitting back there in this box, just like waiting for the next group to come through. And then the creator, Sam, he runs in, he's like, John Murray's about to come through the maze. I was like, what? He's like, yes, John Murray is coming through the maze. And I was like, okay. So then so in the maze, the lights went out, and then when the lights came back on, I was standing there, right? And so then the lights go out, and I come up, and the lights go on, and I see him, and he goes, whoa, hey, that's cool. And I kind of went, ah! And I was like, whoa! I was like, that's John Murray! And then like the lights went off, and I went back into the hole, and I was like, oh my god. It's coming back around. So then the door opens, and then the people come around, and I scare them again. And I was like, wait, I'm gonna have to scare John. Wait, oh my god. Wait, and then right then my cue in, I went out and I scared him.
There we go.
Yeah. It was crazy.
I'm hoping that happens this year. I want to scare
One
John
day.
Murray.
I got to scare John Murray. I scared one of the Bloodshed brothers.
Nice.
I scared one of them with a flash cracker. He went, woo. Trying trying to remember. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Art Dracula from Knots. Art Dracula. I scared his girlfriend.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was cool.
Art Dracula, he's in Ghost Town, and he's just
It's hilarious.
he's just a walking meme.
Oh, okay.
He's the one who's like always screaming around Ghost Town, like, "Hey, brother,
Oh, okay.
Make a hole.
make a hole, community churros."
Yeah, he makes people buy him churros.
There we go.
Yeah, he's great. He's cool.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look him up now. Shit, damn.
He has a whole YouTube channel. Some guy follows around with a camera. And he
Hey,
films scaring people.
that's dope.
I have a question for you. What do you think of Holidays in Hell?
Is that
That's the new Gauntlet.
the new Gauntlet?
Horror Nights.
Holidays in Hell. But Boneyard Effects is doing a makeup demo at Midsummer Holidays in Hell. Is that the same? Are they reusing the makeup for that?
I don't know. I mean, probably because the new Scare Zone, the new Gauntlet, where Urban Inferno was, is going to be Holidays in Hell for Horror Nights this year down on the Metro Backlot.
Then yeah,
it's gonna,
makeup
it's
demo
gonna
they're
it's
doing.
gonna start with New Year's and then go through all the holidays
Oh.
and like at the end you're gonna have like a Still Walker Father Time with like a big scythe with a clock on it, like
That's
a really
cool.
long white beard.
I dig it. I've learned not to hate anything Horror Nights does, because everyone's like, "Oh, the Purge! I hate the Purge!" Like,
What?
it's like
It's
it's like I hate this property. Like, I hate that they're always reusing. But it's like at the end of the day, like John Murdy can request properties, but like he doesn't choose them. Like, it's just a big money making thing. So you have to think of Horror Nights as a big ad.
Yeah.
Like it's a big ad, but it's well done. So it
Promoting
doesn't matter.
movies, promoting
Yeah.
rock
So
stars.
it's like you can't really hate on Horror Nights because they're gonna do what they're gonna do, like no matter what.
And we're all gonna go.
Yeah.
You're still gonna go
Like
no
you're
matter
so,
what.
yeah, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna scare you either way. So
Yeah.
it's like, why hate Horror Nights if you make a petition about how much you hate the Purge? It's not like Universal Craziness City. Be like, oh look, we should do another maze. Call up Warner Brothers, see what they can pitch us. Like,
Besides, it's not even gonna be a Scare Zone this year, right?
No, they're doing their own
Yeah,
maze.
there was no Purge last year. Oh, Blumhouse.
Blumhouse. They did.
Blumhouse.
They had
Well, there wasn't any Scare Zone.
It
So
wasn't
we're
any
kind
Scare
of
Zone.
free from the Purge.
Kind of, but they're gonna have a whole new maze this year, and I mean it's probably not gonna be the same reused costumes, which I'm happy about because it's the first Purge.
So it's gonna be based off like everything going off of
It's
there.
gonna be a fresh start.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Horror Nights was a flop last year, so
It was.
I'm hoping that it looks like they're going big.
You know, this year is I think they're
Stranger
doing good.
Things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
You know, it's on the rumored lineup.
No, they're not doing it anymore.
Oh, they're
No.
not.
Because
Okay.
Warner Brothers just announced they're doing
Oh.
their It Maze.
Damn.
Because last year they got sued. They got sued over.
Okay.
I think that's why a lot of the mazes had black walls. I'm not sure. If John Murray's watching this, don't get mad.
Yeah, John Murdy's watching
This
this.
is the rumor. This is the Ben Conway at UHS Hacker rumor. Apparently, the studios are in charge of when they release the properties. So the studios say like on this date you can announce to the public you're gonna make a maze. So I guess they partnered with Warner Brothers and they got it in The Conjuring. So The Conjuring was gonna be up in where the Titans of Terror was, and then I don't know where it was gonna be. But then someone leaked the lineup
Okay.
and like released to the public that it and The Conjuring was going to be there. So then Warner Brothers sued them over it, and then I think that's when Warner Brothers did their Horror Made Here festival, and they
Okay.
put the It promotion house at their
Yeah.
lot. So I think they have their own thing now. But
That's crazy.
yeah, so no It at Horror Nights probably.
Yeah. That sucks. I've never been to a Warner Brothers thing. I honestly I just found out that they did that shit last year.
Yeah,
It was
their
like
first
already
year.
too. Oh, that was their first year? Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
and it was
Okay.
really
I thought
thrown
it was like far
together.
behind.
Yeah, pretty much they got all. You know how like down in Hollywood they do all those like little movie promotion, like
Yeah.
the Experience. Pretty much they just got all of those and rebuilt them in their lot.
Okay, I
Like
get you.
hopefully this year will be better. Like they have like some Joker, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, like, they have like their own like little like not like tram, but like it's a little like trolley.
Yeah,
thing
I
that
don't
they're
know.
doing.
I'm not crazy about
Yeah,
it.
it's alright. But anyways, you guys, I want to thank you guys so much for all this.
Yeah, totally.
For inviting us over here,
Yeah.
sitting down and talking to me.
We're excited for you guys to fully experience this, and it's
Oh hell yeah! Especially
nature.
after hearing the story and everything like that. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna do some more research about that. That's some spooky shit. But let's wrap it up right now. Thank you guys again. Anything that you guys want to say that people out there, any way they can find you? I already promote your guys' Instagram like crazy. So any other way that they can find you?
look for us at Midsummer Scream.
YouTube.
YouTube, yeah, we have a
YouTube channel.
We have a YouTube channel. We post memes.
Yeah. Don't fuck with demons. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with demons.
Don't fuck with demons. And yeah, we just got a lot in store that we're excited to show you guys.
Hell yeah.
If you find us in Midsummer, do you want to do the password thing? Do you want to promote that? Should we promote that?
Yeah, if for anyone watching, I guess if you're watching this, we have a sort of thing going on for our Midsummer Maze. We have a password.
If you say rosary to the person in the front of the maze, you'll get something or receive something special.
Hey.
That's what I'll say. That's
Saying the word rosary. So if you're hearing it right now, go ahead and write it down because we're not going to repeat this. We're not going to put this on any of our social
Never
media.
gonna
But
see
if
it
you're watching
again.
right now, say the word rosary to the person in the line and you will receive something special.
Something cool. Might be a rosary. I don't know. That'd be kind of uncreative if we gave them a rosary.
And then plug the Rose Hill font.
Yeah. You get a sticker.
There we go. Alright,
Yeah.
guys. Well, this is it for you guys. See you guys in the next video.
Awesome.
There we go.